I'm having a little bit of trouble with like the audio and stuff, so I just want to give it a second and make sure glitchy before I start talking and nobody can hear me. Looks good. Crazy energy today. I'm going to slowly kind of let the chat fill up here. Ooh, fuck, that was cold. Whew. Hope everybody is doing well. I myself am doing way better than what I was doing before. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, as usual. Sometimes I have to say that over and over and over again. It's a collective reading. It could be for anybody. Okay, here we go. We kind of like a similar reading that I did yesterday kind of started off like this. Hello, everybody. Okay. This is the first message. All right. A message like this happened yesterday where an Ace of Pentacles came out, which would be this seed to sow here with the sun in reverse. And it was like, anybody knows, like, you can't plant seeds without the sun. It doesn't, there's just no way. Like, I mean, you're hoping for a fucking dream, that's for sure, and a dream that won't happen. So it's like somebody is taking an opportunity away from you by hiding the sun. And the seed might have something to do with your healing. Because now someone's trying to grow out of something, do better patterns, healthier living, making better choices. It's like something's in their roots that, sometimes you just start doing things and you're like, man, I feel like that was like, historically in my roots or something. Like I was always supposed to do that. Like sometimes you just pick up things and it's so easy. It's so easy to do. That's like generational things that you've learned, right? And you've taken those skills into this life with you. So I feel like somebody who was karmically like sown to you in this lifetime has been blocking the sun from you. So if you've been planting seeds and they're not going anywhere and they're not growing, well, this would probably be why, because they've blocked the sun. Okay. They've like, and I don't even fucking know how you do that. Like, that's the thing is like, so much of this is like above and past my head because like I would never as a witch or as somebody who practices with energy ever do something like this to somebody or ever even think of it. I would never even think, oh, that person's got seeds to sow, so let me go steal the sun from them. Like, what the fuck? I mean, who would say that? Like, obviously this person would. Obviously this person would go, well, I've got the power to their main source. Somebody's got the power to your source. They got power over something. And like, don't be surprised if you're just like, fuck life. I don't know what to do, because nothing would happen. Nothing would work for you. Oh my God. You know the song I just heard right now? What's that sticking on my shoulder? I just heard that. I started hearing that song. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me in the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them out here. You know that song? I know you know that song. And I feel like the reason why MIA just came up in is because this, I feel like, because you know how what she does is she cocks the gun. I feel like, man, you know, it's so easy for people to play in the shadows, and it's so easy for them to do things, you know, to their children, behind vulnerable people's back, old people, you know, who aren't paying attention. It's so easy to hurt people, right? It really is. But what these people who do these types of things don't understand is that majority of us here on Earth do not think about hurting people, okay? And maybe they think that there's a part of your life that you've hurt somebody to get, okay? So they come in and they go, well, I'm taking something away from them then. If they feel like they can do it to somebody, then I can do it to them. Somebody who plays God. We bring up these people quite a bit, okay? Somebody who likes to play the police, okay, likes to go around arresting people or trying to get people in trouble. And it's like, Dwight, go home. Like, you're a volunteer deputy sheriff. You are not getting paid. Nobody asked you to be here. You stole that fucking uniform. No one's going to take you seriously. But some people do, right? Because they see the facade of something. They see the mirage of something. And they have to obey it. Like, you know, people in marriages or in relationships that all of a sudden they start getting mistreated and they just start making excuses as to why they can be mistreated or why it's allowed for them to be mistreated when really it's not. And it doesn't matter if you're married, your spouse can't abuse you. They can't take things away from you. They can't stop your fucking sunlight. And the one thing, actually, you know, my stepmother, when I got sick, she suddenly played victim and said that all these women at work were bullying her, and she made up this tinnitus. I don't know if you know what tinnitus is, but it's like this really loud ringing in your ear. She said that she had Meniere's, which a lot of times they will call it Meniere's. And it's kind of like Meniere's is almost like it can be an off balance. It can literally make you have like vertigo when your ears are like that. So she was floating between, I'm getting bullied at work, which is really ironic because she is a bully. Okay. She being bullied at work as a, 50-year-old woman. Okay. Can't handle yourself. You got to go run to daddy. Yes, that's exactly what she did. And she played victim and she booted me out of the way. So then suddenly she could take over everything. She could be the victim. She could be the one who, like, she blocked the sun. She blocked the sun from me because at that point I was just realizing I just found out that I had stage 5 scoliosis in my spine. I don't know if you know what that is, but that's basically the worst spinal injury you could ever have in your life. And my parents just act like there's nothing wrong with me. And like, I could probably die from it. I probably will die from it because in order to heal what is wrong with me, it should have been done 20 years ago, not me trying to do it now. So I'll probably end up dying because of my parents' lack of wanting to really be parents. Okay. Hey, JJJ. How's it going, buddy? Okay. So she took the energy of the sun is healing. It's healing energy. It actually says it on the fucking card on the bottom, healing energy. Okay. But she didn't want me to heal. She wanted me to stay. And I have scoliosis, by the way, in 3 different spots, like at different spots of my spine. 3, not just 1, 3. Okay, which you could imagine how hard it is sometimes for me just to walk. But I'm out busting my ass every single day because my family doesn't agree with my scoliosis. Even though a doctor told me. Okay, anyways. Okay, so she grabbed that spotlight and she just took it. She just said, no, you don't get to have scoliosis. You don't get to not be working. I don't want to be working. I'm the one who's been working for 30 years, miserable, not you, Mrs. Priss. And like, let me tell you, because my family owned a business, I started working when I was like probably 12 years old, and I was in school full time. So you can imagine how much non-free time I really had, because I worked, 3-4 shifts a week for my grandparents. Plus I went to school all day. So at that point, when I found out at 27, when this injury that happened to me that caused all of this, I was 5 years old. So when I finally figured it out as an adult, I went and saw a chiropractor. He took an x-ray of my back and goes, lady, you're fucked. I left his office bawling my eyes out because it was the worst. It was the worst diagnosis I'd ever. It was worse than my Crohn's diagnosis. I have Crohn's disease, and like that thing can kill you too. Okay. So not only that, but now I find out I've got this. So I'm like, my whole world is just upside down. And oh yeah, my boyfriend leaves me. Then he tries to kill me. So now I've got this violent boyfriend trying to kill me. I just found out I have scoliosis. Oh, my job of 7 years, a new manager came in, didn't like me. Okay, even though she was skinnier than me, prettier than me, she had a husband. No. She had to fire me in front of everybody and make me like a fool. Okay, so my whole life came crumbling down. You can imagine what happens when suddenly you get news and then everything just pulls out from underneath you. Just all of a sudden, it's nothing you can do about it. And then your own parents go, yeah, we don't really care about you because this woman now, she needs attention and we don't want you around. Like, oh my God, are you kidding? So all of it gets taken away. And then I got left all alone because now nobody wants to address what they didn't address 10 years ago, nor what they didn't address 30 years ago, right? So now they've got double or triple the amount of things on them. Do you think my parents are ever going to talk to me again? No, because the amount of shit that they have to eat in order for me to be back in their life, they will never do, because that is going to put the spotlight back onto me. They don't want the spotlight on me. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So when I say analogies like this, it's because something like this is coming through you. Okay, if this resonates. If it doesn't resonate, then it's not going to be for you. But let me tell you, this is roots. Okay, this is all about somebody's roots, which what did that story represent? Roots from when I was 5 years old, still to this day, killing me fucking 34 years later. And my parents won't talk to me. Okay, so you can only imagine the world that I live in with nobody around because of 3 things that are mentally wrong with me that they did, but it's my fault. It's always Whitney's fault. If anything ever happened, Whitney got to blame. I got grounded for things I didn't do. I got fucking run up the ass for things I didn't do. I got fucking molested for fucking not being a woman, right? Everything happened. It was always Whitney's fault. Okay, so you've got to understand when the spotlight does get put on you, it gets put on you for the wrong reason, right? So now people address other things because they don't want to say what the real thing is that you're in the spotlight about. They want to start bringing up shit that you've got hidden that you don't want to talk about. Because if there's anything you've got hidden, then your story might not be accurate, right? Because there might be something in that other story that then makes this other person that you're accusing might be innocent now. Like people, they try to play detective. And I just wish I could have said to them all, you know what? Like, why don't you just call the detective that I fucking talked to? You can get all the facts from her, because I'm sick and tired of you looking at me and going, well, where's the proof? Where's the proof? When the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? What up, Adam? Okay, the proof is in you. That's what they're not recognizing. Okay, because they know if they say it and they recognize it once, they have to eat shit with all of it. And even your own goddamn parents won't eat shit. Your spouses, they don't want to eat shit. Your friends, they don't want to eat shit. I just ate shit for somebody. He slammed the fucking door in my face. That's what happens when people, when they don't know when they've got a good thing. Like, okay, let's just say that. They don't know when they've got a good thing. If somebody eats shit and you slam the door in their face, like anybody's ever going to eat shit for you again. Honestly, I'm just saying, okay? Queen of Pentacles, it's so funny. Queen of Scoops, and my family's business that they owned, they had an ice cream store that was attached to a motel, and it was called Scoops. So when I bought this deck, this is the Stranger Things deck, and the pentacles are scoops. It makes me think about my childhood every time, because my very first job was in an ice cream store. Like, why do you think I got arms the way that I do? I'm always going to have sick arms for probably like my whole life because I started scooping ice cream. And then when my right arm would get too tired, I'd start scooping with my left arm. So I kept both arms, right? I was like 13 years old, pumping tubs of ice cream up and down. Oh my God, you should have saw me. But I didn't want to work though, right? Fuck no. Whitney was sitting around getting fat, right? She didn't have a six pack. No. With the 3 of Pentacles. Damn. Okay. I almost kind of feel like, because of what this person did, which it could have been this bitch. Okay. I mean, if you don't notice, like the part in Stranger Things, this is somebody's mom in the show. I haven't watched it for a while, so I don't really. Nancy's mom. This is Nancy's mom. Yeah. Okay. She suddenly starts getting all freaky for the lifeguard at the pool. Her and her little fucking hussy friends start dressing all skimpy and trying to get this dude's attention. Okay. But what she doesn't realize is that once she gets the guy's attention, she backs out and doesn't cheat on her husband. Because that's the thing, is a lot of people are all talk, right? But then when you go to do it, they're like, no, I was just joking. You really thought I was kidding? Oh, no, I knew you were serious, but now I know you're a little bitch about it, so you're going to run away. And that's exactly what she fucking does. Okay, so I almost feel like, I don't like this part at all. She has a husband at home. She has kids. I'm not saying that you should, automatically be happy because you have kids and a husband at home. But like, if you go and you're going and enticing people, like really, you're going to go entice people. You're going to make people look at you. I hate that shit. There was this one fucking girl that I used to follow on Instagram because she does this really awesome, like, clay work. And then all of a sudden she got married, and it was all about the marriage, blah, 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 wedding. And then she took these pictures with her husband in this dress that she made. And I was like, all right, you're a whore. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you? And then she was like bending over, and then it was like, oh, look at me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but you just got married. Why are you naked on the internet? I don't understand. Like, are you not getting enough attention? Like, does your clay work not give you enough attention? Does your husband not fucking clap your pussy enough to give you enough attention that you got to go on social media dressed like a fucking slut? Which your channel doesn't even have anything to do with what you're wearing. It's about clay. Like, get it fucking right, man. Like, why do people do that? Like, I knew this one chick who started this fucking account, blah, blah, blah. And all she did, she just started it so then she could fucking blog and trash talk under each picture. Right? That's all she did. Like, she was just like, blah, 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 blah. Nobody gives a fuck about your stupid life and your stupid boyfriends and your stupid fucking friends. Nobody fucking cares unless you've got something really actually interesting to say. Like, women, shut the fuck up. Stop telling these goddamn stories to make people fucking feel sorry for you. And then there's the men aspect of it that do it, okay, that don't get enough attention from their wives or from their girlfriends. So then they have to start putting pictures up of, oh, I'm hurt today. Oh, look at me. Oh, I guess I wish my wife was here to fucking console me. Like, why don't you actually talk to your fucking wife then? You know what I mean? Like, why don't people make their marriages better instead of bitching on social media or going and running to their fucking friends about it? Like, why don't you actually say what's on your mind to your spouse? You realize people don't do that because they don't actually really say what they want, and then one person gets control of the relationship, and then boom, the other person just shuts up for their whole fucking life. And it's fucking ridiculous. It's like, that's not a relationship. And don't fucking tell me that I'm single because honestly, because I'm not good enough to be with somebody. No, honey, I haven't found anybody good enough to be with me. Thank you. And I'm not desperate. So I don't have to be with anybody. I mean, if somebody had sparked me over this last fucking 10 years, and trust me, I would have been with somebody. But honestly, when I went no sex for 7 years, that was probably the best 7 years of my goddamn life. Never shaved my pussy fucking once. Okay, inner thighs, let that shit fucking grow right out. Honestly, I had an orgasm every single fucking day for about a year, all on my own. No more waiting for some man to give it to me. No more waiting for some guy to come home and actually be nice, because trust me, it can go both ways. Yeah, okay, a woman can destroy an entire fucking relationship, but guess what? So can a dude. When he stops fucking caring, and you wonder why your wife goes out and cheats, when's the last time you banged her? When's when's the last time you fucking, you made her feel good? When's the last time you fucking tried? Because when you signed that contract, you were trying, and now all of a sudden you're not, which in a marriage, you have to try every single fucking day. Just like any relationship. Just like with my pets. I have to try every day. You can't just give up. You can't just go, oh, I'm going to take a couple of days off. Yeah, tell my animals that. I'm just going to take a couple of days off. You can eat when I get back. No, that's not an actual relationship, right? No, you really have to watch yourself. You have got to respect yourself, appreciate yourself, and not just go out and look for the for the first person that's just going to give you like attention. Like if you don't have enough attention, okay, then grabbing attention this way is the negative way to do it. Okay. And that's what I noticed doing OnlyFans, actually selling my pussy online. Okay. You know how negative that attention is. You think it's great. You think guys love you. You think you're so hot, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not. You're lonely. You're at home. You're all by yourself. Okay. And people are just full blown taking advantage of you. Okay. There is no love in it. There's no appreciation in it. Like, give me a fucking break. Okay. Give me a fucking break. When you put yourself out there, that's what happens. Okay. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the son that they got, that they took away from you, your self-respect, right? Your reason to like care about yourself. When you take that light away from you, that's the healing. That's what you need. That's your support. That's your comfort. If you don't have that, then you're living in a world with all wolves. Like, no wonder. Some of the times, like, no, people couldn't have serious conversations with me. No, I couldn't be sympathetic towards other people because that's not my family. My family, we don't talk about things. Everything goes under the rug. If you have a hard day, you fucking swallow it. You shut up. You go to bed. You don't fucking talk about that shit. You don't talk about anything. And my stepmother was so nasty that, if I even tried to draw a picture, if it wasn't as accurate as fuck, it was you need to try again. You need to try again. That's not realistic. Everything is when you're in around people and you have a sponge of a mind and you're absorbing things, that negativity can completely fuck you. Like, completely fuck you. Like, the people that I know in this world, I would not be in this world or be here right now if what happened to me when I was 3 happened to me. If that never happened to me, I wouldn't even be here. And I thought of that myself today. I was like, if that didn't happen to me, okay, and this is why you can't do this to yourself. Because if I wasn't massively, massively manipulated and fucked over at the age of 3, I wouldn't even know the people that I do right now. I wouldn't, because I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in this world. I would be in a different world with different people, living a different experience. But somebody took my whole life away from me. So I'm here, living in this world. I don't get another world. I get this world, right? And that really fucking sucks because that's a lot of us. We don't get the other world that everybody else gets. We get this shithole. We get the rats. We get the roaches. We get the shitty life. And then people go, well, you should do better for yourself, or you should care a little bit more for yourself, when you don't even know how fucking hard it is at the bottom. And then not even to have anybody around or have this kind of energy around that just really just wants to look at you. Oh, honestly, there was this one fucking guy. All he would do was tell me how attractive I was. Do you know how non-attractive that is? I don't want you around because you find me attractive. Like, yes, great. I'm glad you find me attractive, but stop fucking narrowing every goddamn conversation down about the way I fucking look. There is more to a person than the way that they look. There's a whole person inside of them. There's your past, your present, your future, your feelings, your roots. You have mitochondria DNA. You have legacies with you. You have centuries of wisdom with you. You're not just some empty fucking vessel that somebody just finds attractive. Like, give me a fucking break. But if the sun was taken away from you, how would you know that you deserve something better? Because you've never been told that you deserve something better. Right? I don't have super chat. I can't verify my address because the meth heads that live here steal my mail all the time. I tried to tell YouTube that, but they just don't listen to me. So I can't verify my address, or I would have super chat going right now. So that's something I have to do. I got this mailbox last year and they didn't fucking send the piece of mail, and now I can't get it in the mail. So now, anyways, I'm going to be back on YouTube payee list and super chat soon. Okay, JJ, soon. Aw, what's going on? No, I don't have a P.O. box. That's the thing. I'm going to have to set it up. I'm gonna have to set one up in my town again. I just didn't want to fucking spend the money, to be honest. It's like $60 for 3 months. It's such a waste of money, but I'm gonna have to set it up again. I know. I'm procrastinating because I want all this nasty energy to just leave me alone so I can start my channel and I can start my fucking life without this nasty energy that just wants to follow me around, just trying to fuck me everywhere I go. And it's just really annoying. So until I, got that kind of all cleaned out and, a spell a day keeps the doctor away. Virtual? What? Virtual? Virtual? What the heck does that mean? I'm in Canada, right? Sorry, my nose might be dripping. I am still sick and gross, okay? Oh, it has nothing to do with the weed. Trust me. It's just, I'm really thrifty with the money. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Because I was like, I don't know how virtually they would be able to do it. That's just weird, but I know. I'm just angry at the universe right now. I'm not. No, I'm just being lazy. All right, are we ready for the next message? Because that was a huge fucking message. Whoever took the sun away, that sun is coming back, which means, like, don't be surprised if your money and shit triples in the next, 6 months or so. Or your love life gets better or something, because that's a lot. Oh, because everything's paperless? That's the thing, though, is YouTube won't do that. Oh, that's so creepy. Oh, my God, I know how they do it now. So you get your mail sent somewhere, and they fucking scan it and read it, and then they give it to you. That is so creepy. JJJ. Jesus. I don't really know if I want that. Oh, man. All right. Remember, I have to go slow, people. I'm still recovering. All right, next message. Okay, weird message, but I feel like Spirit, this is kind of like a warning that, so I think somebody I don't think it's you. I think it's somebody that you know. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I think it's somebody is going to get involved in something that's very dangerous. So much so that it could change them as a person, okay, so the analogy that I'm getting is I worked with this lady, and right away, anytime I tell people I'm a psychic, oh my God, right away they're like, did my brother die or was he killed? It's always something like that. And 2 people at this last place that I worked both had somebody brutally murdered. And it was just really weird that both of them. And now I'm getting, so the one girl's story, her brother ran a contracting company, just had a newborn, getting back on his feet, and then he was found 4 or 5 townships away in a field, shot in the back of the head or something, or shot in the side of the head, which I think the gun was there too. And she's like, that's why it looks like a suicide. She's like, but I really what the fuck is he? There was no car there. He was just found, dumped. She's like, how the fuck, how would he even get there, let alone, it was all just like, and right away, then comes the question, okay, well, what's his past like? And she's like, well, he was a user. And I'm like, okay, there it is right there. Right? There it is right there. He's trying to do good. He's trying to make his money. And, then that addiction, that devil just comes right back in. And it's very hard for people. I've dated recovering addicts before, and it is really hard for them to stay clean, especially ones that get hit on like the fucking drip and shit. Like that stuff that like, even alcoholism, that's got to be one of the worst ones fucking possible. Like, it's all around you. You never get away from it. Quitting smoking is one thing. Even that, people, spend years trying to quit smokes. Okay. And then they usually go back if they give something else up, then they'll start smoking again just to get the other thing away from them, doable, impossible. So I feel like somebody that's near you that has already done it before. Okay. It's like, that they're riding on a thin line already. Okay. But maybe you can't watch this person all the time because they're a fucking grown up and like they say they go to work and like, what are you supposed to do? Follow them? I almost feel like, okay, so now I'm getting, there's this one Grey's Anatomy episode. I used to watch that back in the day. And there was this one episode where like 3 people came in with a baby and an apartment building blew up. Their unit blew up. And they were like, everybody thought it was a gas leak. And then when one of them wakes up, she's like, no, it was a meth lab. It was a meth apartment. And the guy who was there that tells the police, no, it was a meth apartment. He was on his way to work 7 a.m. and stopped to get his meth for the day and then go to work. And what's really sad is the girl next door deals meth, specifically meth. And the other day somebody pulled up, like I've been, sick. So I get up sometimes like 4 a.m. or something like that. And somebody pulled in 5 a.m. and wearing his construction uniform and got in his work truck and left and got his meth for the day. So trust me, it ain't as far away as you think it is. Okay. And it's with people that look normal. He looked completely normal. He didn't have scabs on his face. He didn't have fucking missing teeth. He was going to work. Okay, so why the fuck was he picking up meth in the morning, right? Same with this girl's brother. What the fuck was he doing 4 townships over with no fucking shoes on, in the middle of fucking, it was like middle of like a rainstorm or something like that. He didn't have shoes on. And she's like, what the fuck was he doing out there? And like he got, I think, mixed in with a little bit of biker action, a little bit of biker situation. Okay, and that's another thing. That would be a combination. Him, bikers equals something that is horrific that could end your life, right? Something dangerous. So, pardon me. I kind of think spirit is like, you know what, just, I don't know, if you know somebody that's around you, that's like a red flag. Like, I know a red flag. I can think of a red flag right now, and all I can do is just hope to God he stays sober. Because, there are a lot of people out there, especially if their life's about to change, if they're about to get married or have a baby. Honestly, a big life event can throw people over the edge really quick. And then they're giving it up to an outside source, right? Something to get them through the day. And then they become dependent on it. And then it takes their life away. So, I gotta to pop my ears. Oh, that's better. Oh my gosh. Who'd have thought being sick was so gross? Like, it feels so gross. Oh. Ah. Breathe with me. How's everybody doing in the chat? Oh, that's okay, Jay. I'll look it up. Thanks, though, for letting me know. It's kind of a creepy idea, but I mean, it would work, that's for sure. But then somebody would get my secret super code from YouTube, and then what if they could use it? See, I don't like people touching my shit. I don't like that third-party shit, you know? It's always an interference. All right, what's next? What's next? That's Okay, so that one goes with that. Okay. Okay. Take what resonates. Oh, I just bit my tongue. Oh, that wasn't that bad, but take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? Okay, so I feel like someone's going to get a message from somebody soon. Okay? It's out of the ordinary. It's not somebody that you would normally get a message from. Okay? I think they are putting the letter together as I speak. They are having a really hard time releasing their feelings. Speaking of AA, now I'm getting kind of AA, you know, when people, they can go for months and months and never speak. Until, I don't know if that's the way I don't think they force you ever. I've never been, but the one person that I did know that went to a recovery process, he didn't speak until his 30 days. And then by 30 days, he was like, by a month, he's like, if I haven't slipped in a month, he's like, I ain't slipping again. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And he had a really hard time letting go and just letting the story come out, right? Because, like, I mean, do you think I want to talk about my awful family or pedophiles or fucking how manipulative my stepmother was? Like, I don't want to tell people this shit. Like, I don't want to talk about it. But they're so twisted and they're so fucked that I know it means something to somebody to hear it. Like, I know it does, because I'm like, man, people gotta know. Like, I never talked about this shit when I was younger. I never, you know, I thought everybody's families were the same. Like, I thought everybody, you know, had asshole parents, and everybody's parents starved them, and everybody's parents locked up food, and everybody's parents called them fat. And, you know, when you're a kid, you think everybody's parents are like that, you know, and then sometimes you meet friends and you meet their parents and you're like, well, your parents really aren't like my parents, but you don't really do that as a kid. I never really compared my friends or my friends' parents or anything. Like, I don't remember comparing, because, like, as a kid, I don't think you really know how to do that. Like, I think you have to get taught how to do everything. You have to get taught to lie. You have to get taught to be an asshole. You know, you have to be taught these things, and it's the people around you that teach you the most, right? So when you look on who you've become or what you've become, it's normally like, I mean, a pretty good mashup of both your parents, right? And that's, you know, that's just easy because those are the only people really around you, right? So you end up mainly like that. But then when you get older and you're like, okay, well, I don't really think my parents were really good. Like, I don't really want to be like them because, I mean, from the looks of it, people really don't like me and I'm a lot like them. And I don't like me, so I don't really want to be like them, right? So you start changing. Okay, but it takes a lot to release it. It takes a lot to suddenly not be controlled anymore. It takes a lot to get those voices out of your head, right? Those brainwashing, you have to, you have to wash the dishes after you dirty them. You have to clean up your room. You have to, it's just dumb things. It's dumb controlling things. But as an adult, we just clean as we go because we want our houses clean, and we do the dishes because we don't want bugs in our kitchen, right? We do things differently as we get older because we're responsible, right? And we want to take care of our lives, right? People who don't want to take care of their lives and expect other people to clean up after them and other people to cook for them, those are the entitled ones that I don't like talking about because they're not us. They're on the other spectrum. I can't channel that spectrum because I don't know what it's like to be on that side. No one's ever done shit for me. Okay. So when I come off a little hard, you might want to look at my fucking parents. Okay. Because my father has a heart of stone. And it's so funny because he comes off as such a nice and such a amazing person. But like at the end of the day, like, I mean, that guy was just a fucking rage case. That's all he was. Like, I mean, he just fucking raged out all the time. He was angry all the time. That's all I can remember. My father's being angry, right? And like he, had a hard time letting things go. He never could let things go. He could never speak his mind. He could never, have the confidence inside of him to say, I'm not man enough, or I don't know, or he would just make up answers. He would just, kind of bullshit you. I can say when I'm wrong. I can say when I don't know. I can say, this might not be for you. And I really don't know who it is for because I am not 100% sure of anything. Like sometimes I'm not even 100% sure of my own thoughts because of everything that goes on every day and how fucking much energy is around that I'm like, hey, is that me thinking or is like, that's somebody else? Okay. Like there are so many things trying to control you. And there are so many things that like to try to focus on being perfect or having the perfect people around you or trying to have everything so fucking perfect. How about you just work on your confidence and then leave everybody else alone? Because they'll get there when they get there. If you don't mesh with them, don't talk to them. If you don't like them, don't look at them. If you don't want to be around them, don't fucking go out. You know what I mean? It's not hard, but it's just stuff that we push by every day because we're like, we have to go, we have to socialize, we have to have friends. No, you fucking don't. You can stay home. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't need any friends. Let me tell you, you do not need any fucking friends. You know what friends are? Friends are a distraction. Friends are the same sex or people that you're not fucking, but you're still emotionally involved with. Okay, friends are succubus energies that suck the life out of you. Okay, that's what friends are. Sometimes you can have friends that are more like family, and that's a little bit different. You don't see them as ever taking your energy. It's like having a beer with your brother and you go home. That's completely different. Friends usually are needy. They're coming over. They're calling. They need to meet you for lunch. Something happened with another guy. Oh my God, their boss pissed them off so much. Like, oh my God, go home and talk to your mirror about it because I don't need to hear it. Okay. But it's really hard to like have that confidence. To be like, I don't need people around me. Why the fuck do you need people around you? Like, you can go places by yourself. I mean, be smart about it. I don't go to dangerous, I used to go to so many dangerous places all by myself. And like, there were some creepy people around. I'd go running. Couple times I went running. Couple times I ended up with my knife in my hand. Nothing really bad happened though. You know what I mean? You have to live. You have to get out there. You can't be fucking scared to go outside. Okay. But do you need other people around you? I mean, get a fucking dog. Go hang out with your sister. I mean, living with my sister is probably the best thing ever. People always think we're a lesbian couple, and I'm okay with that because then you just leave me alone, okay? Because that's my sister. If you think we're a lesbian couple, you're just living some fantasy out in your head, okay? Because we look almost the exact same and we sound the exact same. So no, we are not a lesbian couple. But like living with your fucking sibling as an adult is hilarious, okay? For one, you have so much fun. Okay, you let go of everything. You end up going over things in your childhood. You end up going over things, talking about things, and letting everything go, and just being like, "Man, why were we so stupid when we were young?" People miss parts of their lives because they grow up too fast. Okay, they grow up too fast. They get into relationships right away, right out of high school or out of high school, and they fucking stay with them forever, and they fucking ruin their lives because they never become who they're supposed to. They never get to know themselves. They never spend any time by themselves. It's always about the other person. And like, I get that. Some people are meant to be, but other people, they lived a lot of fucking years of lies with people because they just didn't want to be alone. And they got their hell to pay because of that. But people like us that spent our time alone, so then we could be better at relationship in any way, whether it's a motherling relationship or a friendly relationship. I want my relationships to be better. I don't want to be an asshole. And I'm not some fucking sitting duck either. You know what I mean? Like, some people also take my kindness for weakness, huge weakness, because of how much I can open my heart to people. And if people really think that I'm weak by opening up my heart, wow, it's actually fucking weak to say nothing. You're the weakest person for saying nothing. People think, oh, you should say nothing. No, be the bigger man. Don't say anything. You don't have to say anything. When someone's flat out asking you a question, or if somebody flat out wants to talk to you and you just choose not to say anything, like, of course, you don't owe anything to anybody. But to be honest, like, if somebody took the time to say something to you, fucking talk back. Or maybe you might find one day that nobody says anything to you ever again, right? Because that's the thing, is like, whoever is holding on to this message that won't say anything, okay, I'm not going to say that that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I have no idea what this message is about. But if they continue to push away about it, and if they continue to, start something and then stop it and start it and stop it, that unconfidence is something that maybe they should go and concentrate on for a little bit longer. Right? Because the back and forth, it's like, do you really want somebody in a relationship back and forth all the time? Because that to me sounds like that's high school again. That's playing with fire. Like, you don't have to tell me tomorrow you want to marry me, but definitely don't be a fucking coward and run away. Because that's the thing. If you can't speak, then why would you want to be in a relationship with them? They're never going to say how they feel. They're never going to open up to you. They're never going to let go. If people can't let go and open up, why be with them? I mean, it just depends on what kind of relationship you're looking for. If you're looking for total disclosure, that shit is going to be fucking stupid, because they're never going to be a part of your life if they don't open up to you. What's the point? Literally, what is the point? If you're not going to open up and you're not going to show who you truly are, why be in any relationship? Just be by yourself. Just go, fucking fool everybody else. Don't fuck with people who are real. Don't fuck with people who have, tried, who have actually, been on the streets and done something about it and got their life out of the gutter. Look at them like they're fucking something shitty, when, like, you have no idea the battle scars that people hold out there, man. The confidence that they have because of those. And because of that confidence, right, they're never going to be with somebody who simply can't write a fucking letter, right? Because it's like, I mean, come on, like, you got to have that confidence in the bag already. Like, this back and forth, I can't speak thing is the thing that's going to ruin everything, because people start hiding shit behind your back. Then they go to other people. They confident in other people. Like, I mean, if you can't be confident in how you feel, and if you don't know how you feel, fucking simply say that. I don't know how I feel about this. There's nothing wrong with not knowing what to say, right? But to be a coward and just say nothing, like I said, once you grow up and you get your big boy pants on, you go speak to somebody, you're going to get thrown right back in your face after you open up to somebody, right? People that there's the warrior, and people don't know what it's like to be a warrior. They don't, because they've been sitting on their fucking couch their whole life, right? Arguing with their wife, thinking that that's the thing that fucking real men go through. No, it's not. No, it's not. Cowards go through that shit, but people have choices. You have a choice to make the bed that you're in every day. You have a choice. Right? You can be a better person. You can let go. You can open up your heart. If you can't open up your heart, then don't look for love. If you can't open up your heart, don't go wasting people's time. If you can't open up your heart and be honest, don't fucking bother people. Don't talk to them. Just go fuck off and find the fucking Hell's Angels down at the bar, literally. You know, the fallen angels, the ones that fucking can't get their shit on straight, the ones that are still fucking doing cocaine at the age of 50. Go fucking hang out with them. You know, don't fuck with the woke. Don't fuck with the real ones. I mean, just don't. Just don't. Maybe that's why this person can't do anything, because they don't have the confidence that you do. So you could have sent something out there. I mean, I'm getting a year ago. Literally, you could have sent a non-response as of right now letter, and somebody still hasn't responded because they're still trying to write the letter, which by the time they write the fucking letter, you could be dead. It could be 60 years from now when they finally decide to write this letter. You know what I mean? So somebody could be waiting for something, like we were talking about the mail, Jay. Honestly, somebody could be waiting for something and it ain't ever going to come. And that's the shitty side of tarot, you know? Like, I don't really bring out the bright side of tarot. This is kind of the shitty side, right? And it's like, you might not get anything. And like, that's, you know what? Do you think thing is that I wonder if people think I regret when I tell people like my honest truth and when I open up, and like, I don't. You know, I hope they regret silence. You know, I hope they regret not saying anything. What up, Renee? You know, I hope they regret how they treated me when I opened up and was honest with them, right? Like, that's the thing about people, is people who don't respect you or people that are not at your intellectual level, right? It's just better off to never see them again. Just leave them wherever the fuck they're standing and drive away. Fucking leave it at that, man. You only missed 51 minutes, girl. Probably. It's a sad, sad world. You know, on my deathbed, you know how people, like, you see those shows and they're like, oh my God, the things that I would have said. And I have no regrets. Like, I have said, even up to this day, like my parents, I always wonder, you know, I don't know when my parents are ever going to slap me with a lawsuit on how disrespectful I am to writing them emails, because they've told me before they were going to call the cops. So I never know when it's going to be my last email, and when I get a lawyer call me that says your parents are placing a harassment dispute on you or some shit like that. So I always try to say, like, make the last email cut the worst, you know, like, fuck you, and I know what you did, and I look in your eyes, and I fucking know you're guilty. And like, every time, I have no regrets. Like, I don't, there is not a single thing I would say. I think I've oversaid feelings, if anything. I think I've over-the-countered it. Like, I've oversaid things. Like, sometimes I don't even know why I say it, because I'm like, is that how I feel? Or is like, why am I saying this? It's like, I don't know. Damn fucking right, those stupid idiots. I want to sue them so bad, Renee. You have no idea. I just want to sue them for breathing. Like, motherfucker, you breathe near me and I'll fucking sue you. I physically feel like if I see my stepmother again, I'll kill her. Like, I jump through the window, hands on her neck, fucking done, son. I just say it like it is. That's the thing. I just say what most people think. It's not about being intense. It's just I say what most people only think. Because if you haven't noticed, Diana, you are intense as well. Just in a different way. You gotta be intense if you were me. Oh, God. Are you kidding? If I was any other way, if I was a pussy, I wouldn't fucking be here right now. I'd be long gone. Because of this shit. Look at this. The fucking Blair Witch Project and the Scarecrow. This is the shit I'm talking about. You think I have time to be baby soft, Diana? Do you think, is it Diana? Diane? Do you think I have time to be soft? Oh. I mean, I had time to be soft. You know, there's times to be soft, all right. Like when I'm holding my snake, I'm so gentle with my snakes. My snakes are the best. Okay. Next message. Scarecrow with the Blair Witch. That's 2 scarecrows right there, basically, because I mean, she, as the Blair Witch, is scaring everybody, and a scarecrow keeps the crows away from eating the crops. All right. This is kind of an intense message. Well, you know, we're getting even more intense. Okay. It seems like you had to scare somebody. Someone's trying to fuck with you. And like, okay, so you all know I love Chiron. So Chiron, for like the last year, somebody has been stealing his videos. Okay. We were all reporting it. We were so hard trying to get this channel shut down that finally Chiron started fighting again. But actually, like, Chiron he doesn't talk about his personal life at all. Okay. So I like there was a couple comments over the last couple months about somebody stealing his content, but he doesn't talk about it. So I didn't know. So finally, once I found out about it, which only was a couple days ago, she put up a bunch of videos, stole it all from Chiron. And I went, all right, I'm going to end this bitch. Like, I fucking know exactly what to say. I don't know if this is what shut her down, but it was the last video that she wrote, that she put up. And then Chiron wrote this thing, which I feel like was because of me, my comment, and probably a couple others. But finally, I went to her, do you know who you're fucking with? I go, you're stealing audio, and you are a YouTube partner, which means YouTube is paying you to be a free content creator. You're saying you're putting up your authentic videos using your own voice while getting paid as a contributor to YouTube using their advertisements. Do you know what Chiron can do to you? He can not only sue you for stealing his voice, but he can also countersue YouTube for paying you for being on here. Within 24 hours, all the videos were taken down. And then Chiron wrote something, you know, they shit herself. She shit herself as soon as we started talking about copyright. And I don't know if it was my comment, but I know as a YouTube creator, okay, content creator, I know how that shit works. You have to sign things. There's a fucking tax sheet. YouTube doesn't fuck around, okay? But they're also, I mean, for as much money this company has, they need to do way better security. Like this person had 59,000 subscribers. She had over 5,000 videos of his up. Okay, that should have been found and fucking deleted like months ago. YouTube should have done something about that. But instead, this lady took the videos down. Okay, YouTube didn't even shut her down, which is also sad because you can complain about a channel and YouTube will never fucking shut it down. Unless they see a violation, they will not shut it down. People are allowed to make content. People are allowed to say whatever they want, fucking do whatever they want. Okay, as long as you don't pass the code of like hurting kids and all that shit and it's not dark web stuff, you can fucking do whatever you want on here. Okay, just like steal somebody's fucking videos and put them up and sell them as your own. And we had to gang up on this bitch for her to take the videos down, finally. And now she's got 120 videos up. I didn't watch a video. I will never watch a video of hers. I don't know if it's her voice. I don't know if it's Chiron's, but she's only got 100 videos left out of 5,000. Okay. So sometimes you got to go on the web or you have to go on your phone or on somebody's fucking Facebook and shut them the fuck down. Shut them up. Scare them. Okay. And I'm not talking scare them so then the cops end up coming to your door or doing something, but like a scare tactic. Okay. That's threatening something that is by law. Okay. So it's not like you're just saying, I'm going to cut you. No. You say, you better watch yourself because what you're doing is against the law and anybody could report you. Right then and there, they look up the law. They realize what they're doing is against the law. Okay. Even if it's against the laws of fucking nature, even if it's against the laws of magic, against the laws of the jungle, I don't care what it's against. You break the law. What do we do? Okay. Cops come and get you. You're going to be scared of the police now. Oh, you go to jail. Now you're going to be scared of all your inmates. Okay. No matter what happens, you're going to be scared if you fucking break the law. And that's the thing is like people, they're so easy to break the law, but they will not do the time for the crime. You know what I mean? They'll get somebody else to do the time and they'll keep doing the crime. Okay. Until you shut it the fuck down. You got to shut motherfuckers down. You need to speak your mind. You need to tell them that they're breaking the law. You need to tell them that shit can get fucking real thick up in here. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Sherlock card. I'm about to throw the cards, y'all. Honestly, I could hear Chiron in my head. Like, Sherlock Holmes, dude. Do your research. I'm telling you, there's some way that you can scare somebody around you. And, you know, okay, like, there was this one reading that came up about, oh, yeah, the controlling of the money. Like, somebody's got money, they're controlling it or something like that. Honestly, if somebody has fucked with a will, okay, or they have taken money in some way, right? That's one thing you can get is like, I mean, don't be my sister and sign everything until somebody else looks at it. Because once she signed her divorce papers, that gave her nothing. She got nothing. Okay. Nothing. I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I wasn't there. So help me God. Okay, honestly, she needed to do this She needed Sherlock. She needed somebody on her side. She didn't have anybody on her side. Okay. Her ex-husband did everything. He hired everybody. Everybody was in his pocket. He destroyed everything. He fucking broke laws you wouldn't even believe. Okay. And I mean, I spent years trying to scare him. I don't know if it worked. I mean, I did do a couple of things to try to shut him down. I don't know if it worked. Again, it takes a really long time to get people investigated. And, you know, I mean, I'll try till the day I die to get that motherfucker ended. I don't know how it's going to work or happen, but I mean, there's this one dream. I did send him a couple emails like a couple years ago out of defense of my sister because of what he put my sister through and how much he abused my sister. And, again, like didn't hear anything back from him, but like, I have a feeling that like, oh yeah, we did see him in traffic. We did see him in public recently. And he booked it from us. Oh my God. He cut across 3 lanes of traffic to go down a street to immediately get off this main road. Oh my God. You should have saw him. I was like what has to happen for you to go running, cut across 3 lanes of traffic just to get away from your ex-wife? And like, we were going in the opposite direction. I was driving. I didn't even see him. And he probably shit himself. And I'm like, what do you got to do to get somebody that scared of you? Like, so maybe he did get my messages. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying, you do your investigation, Sherlock, because I think there's definitely something that once you figure it out, I just heard ka-ching. It's probably for you, Renee. You know that. I bet you this is for you. Oh, man, I bet you this is for you. Because you haven't been talking, I freaking forgot you were there. Damn it, I don't know where my lip chap is. Man, you know why, too. You know why I think this could be for you. Yeah, see? Oh, damn. Really? Man, you guys ever heard of private detectives? I mean, you can get a lot of information, but like if you got a little bit of money, I mean, they don't cost that much. Oh, are you still in that same hotel? Good God, girl. I swear, you guys go through like the worst shit, man. Just when I think my life's awful. All I gotta do is come live, and you guys make me feel a lot better about myself sometimes. No offense or anything. I don't take it offense or anything. Like it's like just know we're all in shit together. That's for sure. Oh, good. Jesus. Creepy. There's the moon. Spirit definitely wants you to, like, I mean, tread lightly, but fuck with somebody, okay? Like, look at the sperm donor and emotional as fuck with Eric Draven. Like, I'm telling you, I mean, there's a little bit of retaliation that's going to come out of somebody that just defends themselves or tells somebody to go stick it where the sun doesn't shine or something, man. Like, fucking don't, like, I mean, again, like, I mean, I don't, my advice, try to sugarcoat it, because like I'm very violent in my head. Like, I come from a very violent past, okay? Like, I've never hit anybody in my life, okay? Never hit anybody in my life. I'm not like physical like that, but like my head is violent, because of what has been done to me. So like, try to take my advice and like dumb it down a little bit, try anyways. Be like, okay, well, Whitney says to do this, which means I got to PG rate it. I'm going to do this. Okay. Because like, and I do not tell anybody to do anything. Okay. I'm just saying, but sometimes we have to just put it out there that we know we're being fucked with, and it is not okay. And actually, so I watched this guy, Tyler Nolan Tattoos. He's a pretty good influencer on the old YouTube for his reptiles. I started watching him like when he was with his girlfriend, like before his kid. Okay, I watched this guy for like 5 or 6 years ago, and then I didn't watch him the whole time he had his kid and stuff. And I started rewatching him again, and he's had it like rough the last like couple weeks, and somebody did something to him, and he is on this like rampage of exposing somebody that is just trashing his name and calling him all this shit and saying he's an asshole. And it's just like, people who trash your name, people who say shit about you, those are the weakest ones. Like, those are the ones who know that the truth, something about them, and they're gonna fucking try to trash you, and they're gonna say shit about you. And guess what? Maybe that's the time, like, don't stay silent. There's no fucking reason to stay silent. Like, if there's somebody fucking around, and like, it's really, really invigorating to see him kind of stand up for himself, because he seems just like a very nice man, like, not want to get angry like that at all, but sometimes you have to get angry and, to fight for you. because you are everything. You are the main show. If you're not okay, then how is your life going to be okay? Right? And if people get into you and people do shit and like people then start trashing you and start shit talking you because, you know, you didn't want to go and get them out of the gutter for the 15th time in a row. Now you're the asshole. I mean, fuck, say something. Let it breathe. People, they hold these things in. And when you hold it in, you resent that person for you not saying anything. Okay? You have resentment towards somebody. Ask yourself why. Is it because of the things that they say, or is it because you don't say anything back? Because you might shut that motherfucker up real quick if you open up your mouth. Okay? That's the thing. Power of a voice. That's why humans can speak and apes cannot. Animals cannot, because humans have been given the gift of speech and we just get to say it instead of, you know, okay, I know, oh, okay, I guess we have sign language now, but like, I mean, come on, like, you can say it. If you can say it, don't fucking sign language. You know what I mean? Make it more difficult for people. Like, the world isn't already hard enough, okay? These sign language motherfuckers. Potential for success. 7 of Pentacles. I like the cut of that jib. Right on the bullseye there in the middle. Had a couple of pretty bad shots, but that's okay. We kept it in the chest area. All right. This could be money. But don't quote me yet, because I don't know. Ace of Wands in reverse? With the King of Swords? What the fuck? Ooh. Okay, we got to put that in a row. All right. Okay, so I do feel like there's something on the way. I gotta get some more information. Okay, so there's somebody around you that okay, so the analogy would be this movie I watched this one time. Was it the movie? Was it a movie? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, the show I was watching. And this couple had been together for a while. They were going to break up. And they knew that they were about to break up. And it's because they stopped fighting for one another. They stopped, you know, they used to express themselves and say things and be clear with one another, and then suddenly they stopped. And when you just stop, right, like a relationship is a lot. I mean, that's a lot of work. If you just stop, then there's parts of the relationship that start to break down. Okay, so I feel like somebody they stopped fighting for you. They stopped caring. They stopped having an opinion. Because if you really care about somebody, then you care about their well-being, you care about what they're doing, you care about them because you care about them. You want them to do good. You want them to succeed. You want them to not be failures, you know? And it's like this person lost the ability to care about you. Okay. And they just, maybe possibly put their energy into work because they knew that work would always get them money. They didn't know if working with you was ever going to do anything for them. So they just put their energy maybe possibly into work and then took this whole thing off the plate because somebody knew that it was going to be work to have you, be with you, be around you. I don't know. Seven of Swords in reverse. They took something away from you. Like they did. They just walked away. It'd be like a parent just abandoning their child at a foster care system and just walking away. Like, all right, here, take my problem, and just walk away. And you're like, okay, see you later. It could be something like that. It could be like a parent could be coming in, say something to you about a long time because they stopped caring about you a really long time ago. They focus on themselves. And that really sucks because, like, to put everything, 7 and 7. To put everything suddenly just, that's very, very narcissistic. Very. All about them or it's nothing, That's really sad. But people are sad. Ace of Pentacles with the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Dependable, trustworthy, success, beginnings, harm, warm-hearted man. Okay. So now, this person it's like they might have had like a feelings check, like checkmate. It really sucks when people, are kind of like cold-hearted with you and then there's really no reason to be cold-hearted, and then they say, oh yeah, by the way, I'm sorry. I totally was an asshole and I just stuck with my ego instead of accepting that, like this person, honestly, they could have just walked away from you simply because you didn't like the same fucking baseball team as them. Honestly, it could have been that superficial. And, I was recently thinking, I always think like, what if you say something wrong or if you say the wrong thing and, and then I think to myself, like, if somebody's that superficial and takes one thing that I said and doesn't want to talk to me after that, then like, I really don't want to talk to them. Like, because there's probably going to be a million things I say that somebody maybe not like or, agree with. But like, to base that as an opinion and not date somebody, I don't know. Like, if people are that like superficial almost, it's like, okay, I wouldn't want to be around them anyways, right? Because like, my sister, she says the dumbest shit sometimes, and I'm like, why did you say that? And she's like, I don't know. And like, what am I gonna crucify her because she says dumb shit sometimes? Like, no. So that's it. Like, if they've judged you in a way, or if you think that somebody doesn't like you because you're too brazen or you're too fucking out there, you're too, consider yourself lucky if somebody doesn't talk to you sometimes, because then you were just spared the drama of having them in your life. Right? Because if they weren't supposed to be there and then they kind of shove themselves in there and it's fake, then I don't want them there at all. Right? I would rather have said one thing, piss them off, have them not like me for eternity, than have them entertain me just for the sake of being in the same room. It's like, you need to stroke my ego that much. Honestly, 100%. I 100% agree. Rejection is God's protection. 100%. Because rejection is so, it's like, oh man, it makes you like, rejection is always, it's kind of made me stronger because it's like, wow, you know, like I would want to hang out with me all the time. I love hanging out with me. I can do anything I want. I don't even care. I'll eat whatever I want to eat. I'll smoke as much weed as I want. I'll fucking do whatever I want. I'm like the coolest person in the world. I think, anyways. I'm easy to get along with. Like my sister and I never fight. I don't even think about fighting with somebody. I won't even give people the fucking time of day to even argue with them, because why? I don't want to spend my time arguing about what? Your opinion versus mine? Like, let's just change the fucking conversation, you know, like, because if people are that, you know, easy to get lit up about what's being talked about or what's being said, you know, people take life way too seriously. And it's just like, it's such a waste of time to get into the fights with these people about these kind of things. It's like, just don't even bother. Like, I would rather just be alone than ever have an argument with somebody about anything. And like, you know, they always want to say like if somebody like, they always try to get me to like set rules with my sister and stuff, like, well, you need to set boundaries, you need to set rules. And then I'm like, no, like, then that begins the end of the end. You know, we start making rules in the house now. There are no rules in this house. There's not gonna be rules in a house. What does that even mean? I mean, the only rule is try not to piss the other one off. And like, there's nothing really we do to piss each other off. There's no rules in this house. It's not, you know, do this after this or make sure you do that. There's never, ever. And I mean, that's not how you live your life. If you want to live your life with a bunch of rules, go to jail. Honestly, rules, it's just a control, right? Like my aunt used to do that. When I lived with my aunt, I would do something as do laundry. Okay. And I would just move it from hot to cold to do my laundry. And change the, I never did a fucking huge load. It was always like a medium load. Her washer and dryers were huge, okay? So I usually did like a small load for most of the time, like once a week, small load of laundry, at least, right? And I would change the laundry settings. And the next day or whatever, like a couple days later, she'd like come out, I'd be fucking smoking a joint or whatever, and she'd be like, girls, make sure you put the laundry settings back after you're done using it. I did a load of laundry yesterday and it was full and blah, blah, blah. I was on the lowest setting. And she's always just trying to control the situation before it happens. And you can't do that. If you're not in your head and you don't look at the fucking laundry settings, lady, you think I'm going to fucking reset it after I use it, you're on planet crack. Go fuck yourself. Okay? You fucking set the laundry when you fucking do it every time. Okay? You don't leave it on one setting. Like, so it was her lack of giving a fucking attention for fucking 2 seconds, right? That she tries to then control everything so that everybody can just line up perfectly for her and it just be perfect. When like life doesn't work that way, bitch, shut the fuck down. You look at your shit. Don't fucking give that to somebody else. Don't make it somebody else's responsibility that you fucked your laundry up. Take it as it is. You fucked up. But most people can't even admit when they fuck up. She just blamed it on me. Like, I changed the setting. Like, bitch, I change the setting every time I use the laundry. Do you think I remember what setting you had it on? Like, because the last I remember, you were like drying your fucking, or you were washing something lace. So like I had to change the setting. Like, what the fuck, lady? It's called look before you do it. Like, right? Like, you can't control the outcome of everything. Like, you need to just roll with the fucking punches. And that's the thing, is like, so many people, they do not know how to live like uncontrolled, right? Because it's simply just what you grew up with, what you know, like everything has to be controlled. So I think, like you have to control the outcome for somebody just so then they don't get angry. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. You put mustard on your hamburger because you weren't looking. That's not my fault. I didn't put ketchup on it for you. Like, what the fuck? People are fucked. They are fucked. All right. So I feel like somebody, they just took a little too, like, they almost kind of just They were too brutal with you. Okay, they were too brutal with something. And they didn't realize that, bro, your opinion isn't the only one in the room. And if it means that much to you, then fucking tattoo it on your goddamn forehead and shut the fuck up about it. You know, like, Jesus. People think their opinion, like, should run the world. Okay, it's my opinion. It matters. No, it really doesn't. Your opinion means shit. Okay, your opinion only means something to you if you want an opinion about it. Who the fuck says you should have an opinion about everything, man? Just fucking walk on by. People they're too bored. You know, they're too bored and they're just looking for something to get mad at. They're just looking to just get their shit into somebody else's shit and stir the pot up and see what they can do. Like, trust me, if you're that bored, the world will give you something to do, okay? And, like, I always try to tell people that. Don't tell the universe you're bored, because next thing you know, you're fucking reshackling your goddamn roof because the fucking tornado just took it down and you said you were bored, so get up there and start doing something, because the universe ain't gonna fucking listen to you anymore. Like, people are just like, oof. I really feel like people don't know how to just have a good day and just accept it, embrace it. Your life is shitty. Who fucking cares? You have to live it. Why does it matter if it's shitty? Everybody's lives are shitty. It's called, you know, what you make of it and how you live it and how it breaks down in your itty bitty brain is all that fucking matters. I mean, oh, good God. But, like, unless you've been through trauma and a half, and, like, people just don't know. Like, people just don't know. Like, it's very hard for me to, like, talk to people and to have relationships with people, because, like, I don't want to, like, talk about TV. I don't want to talk about what somebody did on Friday night. Like, I just, when I want to talk, I want to speak about something intellectual or means something, or, you know, that interacts with me. People just always, you find, like, people just want to talk about other people and they just want to gossip. They just want to shit talk people, and it's just like, I don't got anywhere to go with this. Like, and then you try to say something about yourself, and they're like, yeah, hold on 1 second. You know, they take a phone call and you're like, I had a better conversation with my cat yesterday than you fucks. You know, like, oh, people just bother me. I don't know. Just get over people. Once you get over people, oh God, you might stay single forever. Because, like, once you get single, Jesus, how do you think? I've been single for 10 years. It's like, you can't just get me to go into a relationship. Give up my rights, give up half my bed. Hear me right away, give up my rights. Relationships are hard, man. You always got to give up something. And it's not always about the ass, you know, you got to give some other stuff away too, like your heart, your feelings and stuff. You know, relationships they're a son of a bitch, you know, they make you have to try. Wow, eh? Ugh, yeah, because they're not going to plot to your face. Are you kidding? I wish people had that much confidence. I'm going to burn you down, bitch. And I'd be like, oh, okay, try. But no, they got to go like, summon all their little demon friends. Try to attack me at night. People are so stupid, honestly. No mercy for the dumb that just go out purposely just being assholes. Like, I don't got a whole lot of mercy. I mean, I do, but not for dumb people. Not for people that know what they're doing and just want to be rude. Like we haven't had enough rude people. They just want to be rude, really? Okay. Go get a hobby. How about that? Okay, I'm going to do one. Look, I had this. I went like this. I'm going to do one more message. Exactly. Oh. I need weed. Oh, okay. There's 3 cards down too. I haven't looked at any of them. The suspense is probably killing you guys. I gotta smoke some dope, okay? I have to smoke some dope. Oh. Okay. Enough with the interruptions. Okay, so I mean, best believe for the most part, we get a lot of warnings, okay, in the lives because people are, you guys are out there living the fucking rough life, okay? So we get a lot of emergencies that come through. And this emergency is a little like it's like a little, I don't know. It's got me a little worried because it seems like something's going on under somebody's roof. And it's being hidden from you. Almost seems like somebody's not even trying to hide it. What the fuck? Okay. I'm not really getting a clear message as to like what this is about, but something is going down. Okay. You could work from home. Okay. Oh, okay. Somebody could be looking through your cameras. I don't know if you have cameras at home. Like, you know how people do? They have those surveillance cameras and stuff, but like they just seem to have these ring cams going all the time. Okay. And I feel like somebody who works for these companies, like I heard telecom. So telecom that's something in the States, right? Telecom sounds telecommunications. That's what it sounds like. Like, so my ring cameras, they only turn on. I turn them on and off. But I also, when I do turn them off, I cover them. Okay. Because I don't know if somebody's looking through them or not, because my ring cam is just going all the time. Like, the camera technically is active all the time. Same with the cameras on your phone, same with the cameras on your computer. Watch Edward Snowden. Okay. There's people that can get into your shit. And So there was this guy who put up this video, and he wears a mask every time he puts these videos up, and he talks about the girls that he stalks. And like, I don't know if it's right or not, but because everything is electronic, everything has a computer, which means everything is accessible, which means if you live in an AI community, or if you live in something and everything is AI, literally everything you touch, everything is, computer generated, then this might be for you. Okay, because you might have somebody who's a loser who's watching you at home, and you don't know they're watching you at home because they're not in your home, they're at work. Okay, because it's not going down, it's going down at your house, at your hearth and home, but it's in reverse, because it's going down there, but it's not really going down there, but it is, but it's not. I think that's the message. That's creepy as fuck. Because like, it kind of seems like the world is kind of giving you this information because they want you to know. So basically, kind of what I'm getting is like, go for the green. Yeah. There's a witch, but it's gonna break. Okay, that's the thing, is like, they will lose their interest. Okay, this could be a feminine. All right. Yeah. It's because it's not magic, and it's not fear. It's not false evidence appearing real. It is something that somebody should kind of take seriously. Okay. Because they're making money doing this because they're at work. Okay. So they're basically saying, like, once you find out, once you really do this, it's going to close everything. It's going to shut everything down, because that's the same thing. Like, when I go off this live, I will cover the camera up on my phone. I don't leave the camera open on my phone, because I mean, call me crazy or a lunatic or whatever, but like, I really don't want somebody staring through my camera. Like, because I know that like, it's just like, so many notifications come up that's like, do you want to connect with this device? And do you want to connect with this device? And I'm thinking, like, there was somebody, I have a device for my big screen, how I watch movies and stuff. And I was scrolling through, picking my movie to watch. And then suddenly somebody's fucking phone, okay, this isn't a lie, this happened. So you know how you would be scrolling through your phone? So suddenly somebody's contacts suddenly appeared on my screen, in the middle of the screen, and they were scrolling up their phone and through their contacts. I was like, I think I yelled for my sister, like, Courtney, what the fuck? And then it was gone. It was gone. And I'm like, that I knew somebody was in my projector. Like, they're in my projector. Like, how is that possible? Or maybe they're in the Google Comcast. I don't know. I know. Isn't that creepy as fuck? So like, I cover up the lens now on the thingy, and like, I mean, I always unplug the Google, because it's like a Google Comcast that I use to stream it through the projector onto the canvas, right? It's fucking weird, man. I'm just saying, like, that's why I'm like, call me crazy, or like, don't believe me. It happened. So there was somebody in my phone, and it was all Indian names. I remember being like, what fucking font is that? But it just happened so fast, because it was only on the screen for like a couple of seconds, and then it was gone. But it's amazing how long a couple of seconds lasts, but also how fast it goes by, right? So like, just saying, like, I would just personally, I don't like that all AI, talk to Alexa or whatever. I don't like that stuff. I don't have any of that stuff in my house. I like my gadgets are old. I'm old school like that, but I mean, you get whatever you need, but just know that sometimes you might have an active camera watching you, and you might have, somebody watching you through that camera, okay, that won't back off. Okay, stoplight and reverse, they won't stop, because as long as you keep your camera open, the longer they're going to watch, okay? And the universe kind of wants you to end this for your own safety. I mean, who knows what you're doing with your camera? You could be using the flashlight to look at things. You realize the flashlight's right beside the camera. I'm just saying, okay? So, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. See, that wasn't the last message. There is another one to come. That's why I said one message. That's what this meant. There's still one message left. Okay. Holy fuck, that juice is so cold. Whoa! Okay, we got only one flipper. The mirror. Tricky. I feel like you could be, somebody could be connecting with you. Okay, that seemed to be the right. Has like gone through the same things you've gone through, kind of thing. Like somebody's jamming with the vibe you're putting out there. Okay. And this person has some type of fear that you're going to abandon them. Okay. So they won't talk to you. Huh? Okay. So they won't talk to you. They're hesitant because they think you're going to leave them. Okay. Okay, so Adam, are you still here? I wonder if Adam's still here, because I kind of feel like this, all of a sudden I saw Adam Wolf in my third eye. So, because it kind of seems like something like that, where I don't know why I'm thinking of her, but I'm getting like, it's that relationship, right? That somebody would break up with you because they would say, like, I'm afraid you're going to break up with me, so I'm just going to break up with you before you break up with me. And you're like, what? I don't want to break up with you, though. And then they're like, oh, well, you were, like, now I'm getting, in Bridesmaids, that happens, where she's, in the beginning, she's talking about Dewey or Stewie or whatever the hell his name is. And she's like, oh, I think he's going to break up with me. He's not talking to me. He's all distant and he's being weird. And it was because he was just about to propose. So he didn't know how to act. He was acting all weird. Okay. But she was like, she was basically like, kind of giving up because of how he was acting. Okay. And it turns out how he was acting was not the way that she thought he was acting. So look at this hand of cards on the bottom. Okay. So not showing the hand. That's what I mean. Sunglasses. Somebody's, I don't know, tripping you up and you're getting the wrong message about them. Okay. or they're getting the wrong message about you. I think that's what it is. I think they're getting the wrong, and they're watching you. There's camera. Like, so I do think they're watching you with sunglasses. So I think at one point they didn't like you, but that has changed. They didn't like you because maybe they thought you were kind of slutty. Yes, seduction. Fucking right. Yeah. Keys on a string in reverse. Like, because it's like, I kind of feel like this person kind of thought you were a little bit of a whore. And that you just wanted to sleep with everybody. So they didn't want to talk to you. But now they're finding out that is on the contrary. You are not a big fat whore. They are not what you thought. They are not what they thought you were. Like, I don't know where they got this from. I don't know, man. They must have got some bad advice about you, or so, I don't know, something you were giving off. I don't know. They got some bad advice, or I don't know, or you're hearing something. I don't know. See, girl with the snake in reverse. Maybe they thought that, like, I don't know, maybe they thought that, like, you weren't going to put up the right kind of boundaries and you were just going to let them do whatever they wanted to do or something. Yeah, because, yes. Okay. So, oh my God, that's what it is. So somebody thought you were, like, what would they call that? Promiscuous. You know, like, you might have, like, said, hey, do you want to get a cup of coffee? Okay. And they were like, oh my God, she wants to have sex. Or, oh my God, he wants to have sex. And like, no, it was just a cup of coffee. That was it. But they were like, you know, I don't fuck on the first date. And you're like, who said I did? Like, what? Right? They got some bad advice. Or, you know, you used to be kind of like a little bit of a whore, and now you're not anymore. I don't know. I mean, this is quite a pickle of a reading. Like, I need to hear one person's side of it. I'm not getting one person's side, so I kind of feel like, yeah, maybe they did, you know, like, now I'm getting, I used to watch, you know that show Meet the Barkers way back in the day? Oh my God, that was like 20 years ago, okay? And Shanna, his wife at the time, was doing an interview, and Travis was there. And the first time that him and Shanna met, she was doing Playboy at the time. Travis told her that she wasn't mother material and marriage material. And she was like, you know, she's like, I took that very offensively. Like, I wasn't marriage material or mother material. What the fuck? Just because you know, she was a stripper or something like that. And they end up getting married and having kids. Okay. Like, you know, because like, just because what your profession is, that doesn't define who you are necessarily. Sometimes people get in really shitty positions and you just, you know, have to whore yourself out for money. I mean, I don't know what the difference is of going to a 9-to-5 and raping your whole life, or doing fucking 9 to 8 or whatever, but you're in a good job and ruining your whole life, as opposed to going up and down a pole. Like, I mean, both are disrespectful. You should never go to work fucking 10 hours a day and abuse your body and abuse your family, nor should you get on a pole and jump up and down either. But like, who am I to judge? Right? Because I've been on fucking, you know, I've been on both sides. I've been on the 9-to-5 and couldn't do it. I don't have the mental capacity to do that. I don't. That's why I've always been a server. I make my own fucking hours. I work when I fucking want to work. I don't, you know, like, I make money quick. I don't go in for 8 hours. I do the fucking 4-hour thing and split. Like, I have to live my life the way that I have to live it, because I'm the one fucking living it and I know my boundaries. Somebody else wants to say, well, you should have a 9-to-5, or, you know, you're an adult, you should this. You should shut your fucking mouth, not judge other people, and not just think it's so fucking easy to do a 9 to 5 when I would rather blow my fucking head off. And I almost have. So, I'd rather keep my mental health good and maybe not, suck a fat man's cock for fucking $20 an hour when I can just, serve, make my $17 an hour and my $400 in tips that night. Like, I mean, you can't judge away somebody who makes their money. It's not fucking, I don't really think that that's like anybody's right to do. Because I mean, even the people that are selling drugs, even the people that are on the streets, like you can't judge somebody how they make money because money is not even supposed to be here. Currency doesn't exist. We're supposed to barter. We're supposed to trade. We're supposed to, this is not how we were raised. This is not why we're here. We're not here for money. Money is not, you can't take that with you on the other side. You can't, I was reading this Bruce Lee quote today and it said, instead of give your children everything you didn't have in goods and work, give them all the things you were never taught. Teach them all those things that your parents never taught you. Don't buy them all the crap your parents didn't buy you. They didn't buy you that shit not because they didn't love you or, probably because it didn't exist or because motherfuckers didn't have money back then. Times were fucking hard, bitch. Like give your kids things that you never got. And that's wisdom. Cooking advice, dating advice, what to do when you get a rash in a weird spot. Like, I mean, fucking give your kids the shit that you never got, not physically. That's just, they're going to wear that shit out and then it's gone, like parents are so like, I mean, it really sucks because like I can kind of feel the parents' strife on like, having your kids like you when you have to be such a tough ass, but like, I don't think, well, actually my mom, she was always worried that I didn't like her. Always. Like, even if I did something to get in trouble, she would like never really ground me because she didn't want me to get mad at her. I think she always knew about the abuse between what my stepfather did. I think she knew. And I think that's why she never got me in trouble. And she was always so nice to me. Even when I fucked up, like, she would cry and she would get so angry when I would do something. And then it was like, it would hurt her that I did it more than me doing something, like it, I think she did. I think she did know, like, she was like, I mean, I gotta give her that. Like, she was a good mother. Like, I hate her now for what she's done, but like, I just lost connection. I don't know if the universe agrees with the fact that my mother was a good mother. I lost connection. Because me and my mother did lose connection, so she's not that good. But like, I think she knew. I think there's things that she did. Oh yeah, I shut it down for a reason. The universe is like, do not say that your mother was a good mother. And I'm like, yeah, I know I can't. But like, I'm just saying, like, she didn't kick my ass like my fucking dad did. All right, healthy choices in reverse. For sure. My mother made the worst choices in the world. That's why it just sucks when people can't eat shit, and they can't just say, listen, I'm sorry I was wrong. I'm sorry I was awful. Like, the second I started, like, even just apologizing to myself for beating myself up so bad, I'm like, man, you didn't know. Like, I didn't know what I was going through. I didn't know why I was a slut for fucking so many years. I don't know why I did the things I did. Like, I didn't know. And like, why am I going to be so mad at myself? Like, I got fucked up because everybody was so angry with me all the time. And like, I'm not going to be mad at myself for the things I did. Leave that to them. They'll be mad at me until the day I die for fucking having a voice and speaking it. You can't please everybody. So just don't try to please anybody at all. Because like the second you do, like, I have to do what I need to do with this channel. It's not really about what you guys want. It's about what things need to be said. Like, I wish it was all about what we wanted and what we wanted to channel, what we want to hear. But unfortunately, it isn't. It's all about what we need. We need a wake up. People need to know about dirty situations and fucking shitty people in their family and their spouses fucking pulling dirty tricks and fucking people watching you on camera. Like, that's the shit you need to know, not things that don't concern you. We don't need to talk about other people. We just need to talk about the people who, for some reason, are involving you in something, which collective just is so involved with other people when they're just not, they don't even leave their house. How can I be that involved with you? I don't even leave my house. Oh, you know it. And man, that rug is like 3 feet off the ground now, bitch. Can't hide that shame no more. Dust is revenge. Honestly, sweeping your shit under the rug doesn't do nothing for nobody. It really sucks because like when people have to, like when people got to deal, like when they got to hit that lesson, man, I swept that under the rug for way too long. It's like, well, now what are you going to do with yourself? Now you're going to be pissed off at yourself for the next 5 years for doing that shit. You know, just might as well just fucking say it. You got a mouth. Don't like just say things. I feel like people just hold back way too much. Like, not saying you have to say everything, but like, don't regret not saying things, you know? Say too much and then go like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have went that far, but maybe you should have went that far. You know what I mean? I'm getting 187 on the motherfucking block. Yeah, well, if you want to kill somebody, maybe you should just let them know. Heaven's going to find you one day. Actually, I should say hell. Oh, my poor nose is so violated from the amount of Kleenexes I have had to use. I am in a little bit of pain now for speaking so much. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I was working on my tattoo art all day today. Actually, not all day, but for a fair amount of time, I'm working on doing some flowers, but I'll show y'all one thing I did today. I did this mushroom. Can you see it? Pretty cool, eh? So that's what I'm working on. That's where I'm at now. That's my single needle work. Actually, I think I used a 9 and a single. So, oh, I did these little dandelions over here. That's really hard to see on camera, obviously. But like, oh man, look how cute they are. I knew once I got the 1 needles, oh my God, single needle art is going to be where it's at with me, I think. So that's what I've been doing after I've been sick. I've just been playing with my tattoo gun for fucking 2 weeks straight. And I will get back to like doing nice readings during the day again. Maybe like Tuesday. I think I'm going to go to the laundromat tomorrow and clean my entire life off and get all the snot and boogers off my whole life. I'm going to take everything I own to the laundromat tomorrow, I think. Exactly. People don't deserve your time. Just don't even give it to them. Then maybe Tuesday I'll be back rocking and socking them. I don't know. I can't really. I'm getting so much better though. I feel so much better. So more readings to come. And thanks everybody for being here. Oh, I'm going to write you back tomorrow, Renee. I will remind myself in the morning to write you back. And thanks for everybody for being here. Awesome reading. We didn't get too much bad stuff, but there was a little bit of bad stuff. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So thanks everybody for being here and chilling. And I'm actually, you know what? I'll probably end up going live tomorrow and then maybe get back onto recordings on Tuesday or something. So watch out for me. I'll let y'all know if I'm going to go live out. All right. Peace out. Thanks everybody for being here. All right. One love, everybody. Get high. Go to bed.